Alright everybody, so as I mentioned in my previous video, I'm just trying to force myself to get videos out, to getting back to the groove of making videos. So today I was lazy and didn't want to use the lav mic and everything, so we're using the shotgun mic. So if it sounds any different, talk it up with our customer support, which there is none. So today my new case came in for my iPad, which I've actually already had this case on my 11-inch iPad that I actually bought a week before I sold the iPad. So this is my new iPad case for my 12.9-inch fudge iPad, which I'm really excited about because I really like my 12.9-inch iPad. At first it seemed a little big and I was kind of hesitant because I had both of them at the same time, because I was like, the deal on the 12-inch one was so good. I was like, I have to get this, Brittany, regardless. But as I had it, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like reading stuff online and people were like, oh my gosh, the 12-inch is way too big, blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, I don't think so. I tried using it in different ways, you know, like my entertainment when I'm on the pooper, and just things of that nature, where I would be holding it with one hand and it was fine. I think people were making a big deal about it, and I understand in some circumstances, but I have decently like big hands, so you know, it ain't that big of a deal. Maybe I don't know. But the iPad is not a big deal. I like the 12.9-inch. I think if you're doing productivity work, the 12.9-inch is better. The speakers are a little bit better. The screen has deep blacks. It's a lot better, in my opinion. It does have a little bit of blooming issues, and some issues where it bluing issues, so it has blooming issues, which really haven't ever been an issue for me, but then it has bluing issues. So depending on what you're watching, some of the darker scenes can have like a blue tint to them, and I don't know if it's because of the way the color grading and stuff was in the movies, or if it's because of the iPad. I don't know which one it is. Some people said that it was like that when they were reading ebooks and the text was white and the background was black. I don't know. I like it. It looks nice. And I don't have to worry about the burn-in issues, which I've experienced with previous Galaxy phones and everything. So, to what I'm actually talking about, the Combo Touch case, which I'm very excited about. I had the Combo Touch for the 11-inch, and it was great. I loved it. There wasn't a single thing that I disliked about it, except it was a little heavy, but it made the iPad feel sturdy. And the iPad, as skinny as it is nowadays, I feel like you want that sturdiness for like security purposes and stuff anyway. Now the one worry I had with this, so this should be brand new. She took it out of the packaging, it's basically brand new and everything. The one worry I had was because on the 5th generation iPad Pro, the 12.9-inch, because of the mini LED, it's a little bit thicker than the 4th generation. And then the speaker grills are a little bit different, so I wasn't sure, because I was confused as to why this doesn't really say like 5th gen or anything on it. It just says, you know what I'm saying, there's no generation or anything specified. But then I watched a YouTube video and another guy had the similar issues, or similar case, and it looks like these actually are the new, but I'm not 100% sure. So this is pretty much brand new. I got it through Facebook Marketplace for 90 bucks. These, if you didn't know, go for nearly 200, anywhere from 150 to 200 brand new at least. But it looks to be good to me. And the one thing, nice thing that really weighed into my consideration between the 12.9-inch and keeping the 11-inch was that the keyboard's bigger on the 12.9-inch when you get a keyboard case. It's more like a full-size keyboard. It's very, very similar. It actually is the exact size. When I hold this up to my full-size gaming keyboard, it's actually the same size. So that's, to me, that's a big addition. So, I'm OCD about cleaning my stuff, so we are going to get this iPad taken out the case and cleaned up very quickly. I'm actually going to shut it off first because I hate when I'm like cleaning it and stuff and the screen keeps popping on, and I just gotta clean it once really good. So this is the case I actually got with it. It's a cheap case, but I didn't see the point in buying a cheaper $20 case when I know that I'm just going to get a Combo Touch anyway. And there's the Folio Touch, which actually isn't for the 12.9-inch, but the Folio Touch is the same thing except the keyboard does not separate. So on this one, the bottom of it magnetically attaches to the other. So it's kind of like a Surface Pro. You know, if you guys are into Surface Pros. I don't like this case. It is cheap. It is obnoxious. I scrubbed it with a toothbrush because it wasn't in the best shape. I don't buy anything brand new really anymore. Even this camera, I bought used. It pays to just wait for someone to buy something and then realize it's not quite what they want and it's a little too late at that point in time, and then get it. You know, and that may sound scummy, I guess, but you know, you get it $100 off. They can't sell it at brand new prices if it's been used, you know. And of course the iPad turned back on while I was cleaning because I held the power button on the desk like a dingus. But we're all clean. I also wish, so my iPad Air 4, because I bought it brand new, because Verizon had like a $250 off deal. I got the color I wanted, which was the darker space gray. This one I had to, like, I obviously didn't have a choice over the color, and I'm not going to turn an iPad down because of the color of it. That's perfect. That is literally perfect. I love it. I love it. So there we go. And I really want the gray version of the combo touches with like the gray. So I don't know if this is really how the colors work, but I always consider like silver the light gray and then gray is the dark silver, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes any sense. So I want the darker one. I think it's called Onyx. Maybe that's what the color is called. But I think it looks so good. I'm not really a silver person, but I love like darker grays. I don't even know if it has the color written on here. But it fits exactly how I was expecting it to. And the speaker grills fit perfectly. Which I'm very happy about because that's one thing I was worried about. Now the only thing I'm not really sure of is... That looks really good. I'm stoked. So, things that I really like about this case. It still has the hole to put your Apple Pencil on. It still protects the front when you have the keyboard on. It has the keyboard case that is connected through the smart connector on the back of the iPad, which is really nice. And you can take the keyboard off. Because there's a lot of times where I use it in just tablet form, where I'm watching a movie or whatever, and then there's a lot of times where I'm using it in keyboard form. So this way, I literally just take the dang keyboard off magnetically. And it's a really simple connect, but it's on there very strong. And then it just snaps back into place. It's I love it. I love it. So I love this case, and I'm very excited that it is in perfect condition. It is the model that I needed it to be. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the whole truth, nothing but the truth. So see, I don't know if I can get the focus in. Probably not. But the speakers on the 4th gen are different than the speakers on the 5th gen. The holes are a little bit smaller on the 5th gen. And that's one thing I was worried about because it may muffle or something, but the case I had previously muffled them as well. But I'm really happy with this. So this was my unboxing of the Combo Touch and just my talking. You guys know I love to hear myself talk. So I now have my keyboard case back, and that's something I really want. Now I need to sell the iPad Pro Combo Touch and get the iPad Air Combo Touch for Brittany's because she can't use the Touch ID and all. But that's it. I really love my iPad. The 12.9 inch is excellent. If you want the best of the best iPad, then I suggest getting the 12.9 inch. The 11 inch is also amazing. It's the same exact thing besides the screen and the size. Same processor, same RAM, same storage, same everything. It's just smaller. One thing I also noticed with the 12.9 inch, which any of you guys can correct me if you guys have the 12.9 inch, the 5th gen, the screen seems to get warmer just from using the screen for like Netflix and Disney Plus viewing and stuff than the 11 inch did. My 11 inch did not get warm at all when I was watching movies and stuff, even if it was on max brightness. Like maybe it got a little warm on max brightness. But this gets very warm in the center. Not very warm, like a very small amount of warmth comes out in the center of the screen when it is being used to watch movies. But when I render videos and stuff, it does not get warm at all. I read online that the 12.9 can dissipate heat better because it's larger. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have less heat when I'm rendering or doing hard work than I do when I'm like watching a movie or something. I don't know if that's true, but I started watching Daredevil and I'm really enjoying it, especially on the mini LED screen. And I would love to see, they said there's something called micro LED, and I'm really excited for that. I like OLED as well. I love my phone. I have the Note 20 Ultra and it has the OLED display, but I'm very scared for when burn-in happens, if it happens. I don't know. It sounds like they're making better ways to combat it, but it's still kind of inevitable. So I personally do prefer the mini LED screen. There are a few things that though that I wish they would add to the iPad Pro. I was hoping with them announcing the M1 chip and all that there would be more features and stuff available, since the M1 chip's the same M1 chip that's in the MacBook Air and even the regular MacBook Pro. Maybe Premiere Pro, not Premiere Rush. Premiere Rush is garbage. Premiere Pro, maybe DaVinci Resolve, maybe freaking Final Cut Pro. I really love LumaFusion, and the fact that they just added the freaking vector scopes and everything, I'm really happy about that, and I love that feature from them. But there's still a few things that's missing. So one thing that, just to break down, also all my videos will not just be sitting in front of my desk. I'm just letting y'all know. You can't adjust the spacing of your text in LumaFusion, and I don't know why that is. You can bring different fonts and things in. I use freaking Viva's Nue all the time because I love the font so much. But you can't adjust the spacing in between letters. You can adjust like the spacing between like lines, paragraphs and stuff, but you can't adjust the space between letters, and I don't necessarily like that. I wish I could adjust that. And I wish that their color grading was a little bit more in depth, maybe with color wheels or curves or something. So there's basically 5 dots and you kind of adjust them to get your exposure and contrast right, but I would love if they would just put curves in. Curves would be, now that they have the vector scopes, curves would be really nice. And there's just a few other things. So if you guys would like to see a video on some of my favorite apps and things for the iPad, because I'm doing a lot of this personal content off of the iPad, let me know, because I would love to do more videos like that. I just don't know if anybody's interested in them. I may do them regardless, whether you want them or not. But thank you guys very much for watching the video. Have a wonderful day, guys. I love you all. I hope you guys go out and create something great today and have a wonderful day. And remember that I love you. And if you can't get no love anywhere else, come to the Free Space Discord and come and hang out with us. I'll be streaming tonight, and then tomorrow I'll be headed to Ohio. So love you guys. Peace out.